Hi, welcome back to channel TrainStation 2. Alright, the second competition has started and I found our old friend Movsky, who has now changed his name to Novsky. Alright, so apparently I think he has chosen the company. That's why he'll name himself after that Nox. Yeah. Okay, alright, so this is him. This was an old Movsky that's beaten me twice at the Japanese event. And I think he's from really unlucky here. Both of us do not want to see each other in competition, but unfortunately we met again. So it'll be a very tough fight, especially we are in the same time zone. Alright, so with the good amount of EP head start, I managed to climb to third spot, and eventually been working really hard on those bonus delivery whereby you got to activate. So I learned along the way. I mean, when you activate such bonus, sometimes they give you gems, then I think they followed by the event keys, and then eventually they will give you EPs. So I think it's somewhat like a rotating activation. So if you concentrate on doing that, there may be a good chance you get some bonus which will let you climb higher in the ranks. But of course, I think Moskin learns that as well. I think he's been climbing really fast, so much faster than everyone else, and pushing all of us back behind. So I'm trying my best to deliver all the items, given the fact that I prepared a lot of them during the previous video I shared in terms of how I prepared for the second competition. So if you take a look at that, if you want to know how I prepared for the second competition. As for this, I also realized something. I think if you look at the screen right now, it's quite interesting to see the ship coming on, and there's a sign there which is Commonwealth, the company that I've chosen. And trying my best to quickly finish this within a time frame for that 3-hour bonus. Really important. I think whenever you have those activated, quickly get it done and over with. But before that, make sure you have the sufficient items. Of course, it's a surprise. You won't know what is being asked for. I'll also ask you to prepare containers, microchip, as well as the other event items. So this is really important, because once you activated it, the clock start ticking, and eventually you will be asked to deliver within that time frame. Otherwise, you would not be able to claim that bonus. Alright, so apparently the head start I had was the similar amount compared to the second place, but of course second place came in first. I will be third. Alright, along the way, it's very important. I mean, we got to progress well in order to claim all those gems and whatnot. It will become really handy. If you have not upgraded your factory, please do, because it really come in good help in terms of getting that factory upgrade, which is your event factories. That being said, your 6 core factories should also be upgraded to the max, because that's really important. If you have not done so, you got to do that, because you got to know that having those factories with the maximum production slots is really important, because not only they allow you to do more by producing more, they allow you to have additional warehouse spacing. I always mention that I have a tiny warehouse, so I do wish you could constantly upgrade your population, upgrade your warehouse, and then hopefully you get a bigger warehouse. For me, I'm all using the output tray and the input tray of the factories as my interim warehousing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have sufficient space to store all the event items. So you can see me preparing a lot of these items, so it really come in handy. Apparently, if you do not need that item, you would basically able to convert the input tray items back to the raw materials. So this is really important, that you got to know how to manipulate the factory produce, okay, to your best advantage. Alright, so got another 3-hour bonus here, trying to fulfill my best ability, because this would give an 80 EP on top of the basic 48. So in generally, that will give you a total of 128 itself. So it's really very good that they have such EP item bonus. Otherwise, it's really tough. And of course, everybody has it. You really got to focus on it. Otherwise, you'll be being pushed all the way to the behind of the ranks itself. So far I can see that there's really a correlation between the levels of the players that are being grouped together. That's for sure, because with the new grouping methodology that the developer has basically adopted, they'll be grouping everybody of somewhat the same level, like mine is 275, so probably about 200 plus all be grouped together. Another thing I do notice that the correlation between the headquarter points that you have achieved has a correlation to how good the player is in terms of getting ranking up in his competition chart. As I said, Mosky has, or he's called Notsky right now, has a lot of the headquarter points, much better, much higher than mine. That's how you can see him always the first. You can see there's a really huge gap there. He's already 400 over EPs, and I'm just struggling. Lucky for the additional bonus, otherwise we will never be able to climb up to the top 3 spots there. And quickly show you, with that I managed to climb to the second. So it's without the bonus, it's almost impossible to continuously chase him. It is really tough because he's really good at it. And I do understand that he's a free-to-play, so you have more my respect in that context. Previously I thought that it's pay to win, but apparently I think he's a free-to-play. The only thing is, of course, the difference between us is an Android player, whereby he can earn lots of gems from playing other games, whereas as an Apple player, I don't have that benefit. Most of the time we only earn like 2 gems or 1 gems from doing some surveys, so that's a great disadvantage. If you have an Android device, you may want to switch to an Android device to play your game. Alright, so that being said, doesn't really matter. End of the day, this bonus that they've introduced in this event is something new, and that really, I think, helps a lot, because it helps to differentiate people that do bonus and doesn't. But at the same time, they try to bridge the gap between the Android players, which have a lot of gems on hand, versus those Apple player like myself, which doesn't really have lots of gems. So this is really great. I think that really helps a lot. So you can see, although I've been working really hard, there's about always 100 EP difference, and it's constantly that way throughout the competition. And really quite a number of very aggressive players we have in the competition. This is somewhat unfortunate. Of course, the other thing I noticed is also the duration of the competition. Normally it will be 3 days followed by 2 days, but I'm quite shocked by the fact that this second competition is a 3-day long event. This is unlike the normal, so I think the developer do intend to probably change some the norms, whereby people have been always get used to the game. They will know and expect a 2 days competition, but unfortunately no, it's a 3-day by 3-day. I'm not too sure whether the next one will be 3 days or is it a 2 days, given the fact that things do change along the way. I don't have any information on that. If otherwise, I could share more with you. So again, do remember to collect the coins if possible, but of course you can see it's really sometimes not only the hard work you need to do, it's also the luck factor, whether you're grouped together with a group of very aggressive players. That being said, starting late still help, because those people who start on time would probably have, I think, a few more skill with them, and probably dropped to probably just able to get to 8th or 9th position. By starting late, it's always you're able to secure the top 3 positions. By working hard, of course, it doesn't mean that if by starting late it's so easy that you don't need to work hard. So you continue to need to work hard, but you get a good chance of getting top 3. When you're lucky, who knows, you may be able to get first, whereby the competitors are not that strong. but I know Domboski, so definitely this is not a very easy competition. I'm really hoping that I manage to get second, because I do know there are a few really very good players there. So if you've been seeing my video how I prepare, I did not need to explain once more how I prepare for this second competition. But I want to remind that you should really upgrade your population to increase your warehousing. Keep on your factories in terms of the event factory, especially in full production. That is really the key to winning. And focus on that bonus delivery so you can get more EPs along the way. Alright, I'm trying really hard to keep to the third position, and sometimes you can see me falling to the fourth and the fifth, and trying my best to upkeep to the top three. Being the first place is definitely great because 350 coins, event coins, but otherwise it's 250 at second place and 200 in third place. So second and third place is not that difficult or hard to bear if you lose from second to third, but it's very painful if you lose by a bit from the first to second. Alright, so I'm coming towards the end of this video. I'll update more on this competition in the next video, and I wish you good luck. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.